Fidel brought out her baby breast milk, poured it inside the bowl, and started mixing it with water and a lot of sugar. She poured them inside the plastic bottle and went into the village streets and started hawking. In a small village named Oswald lived a very beautiful lady named Fidel. Fidel is the definition of beauty, from a glass skin like milk to a hourglass shape. Every man in the village loved Fidel. She was friends with literally every man in the village. But the women, they disliked her so much because the men in the village were only after Fidel. They ignored them. They did everything to get her attention. They brought her gifts every time. Even the married men in the village had their eyes glued on Fidel. She was that beautiful. All of the village ladies disliked her because Fidel uses her beauty wrongly. She entertained every man that came her way, smiling seductively, shaking her front side and her back side. She did that to the married men too, ignoring their wives' warning. She would fight back at the women who confront her, saying, "Can't you hold your husband? Did I tell him to come to me? See how you look like. I can't blame him. You better fix the way you look and dress classy so your husband will stop chasing after me." Fidel did this all the time, leaving the ladies pained and in tears. She had so many outstanding offers from rich and reputable men, but she just couldn't stick to one man. It was like she was cursed to be with many men. One time, the king held a feast for his birthday, and of course, all of the villagers were invited. Fidel went dressed in her most vibrant dress. All eyes were on her, including the king, but he was aged, so he let go of the thought of doing anything with Fidel. The king's guests were so wowed by Fidel's beauty. From her slim waist to her smile, they were very impressed. They went to the king, making inquiries about Fidel. He gave them the go-ahead to talk to her, and they approached her. Fidel flirted with them even before they asked her out, and this painted her badly. They got discouraged and left her alone. In their mind, they called her an Olosho, but Fidel didn't care. "More customers are coming," she said to herself all the time, and truly, more customers came. The prince of the village was also wowed when he saw Fidel. He couldn't take his eyes off her. He told one of his guards to call her for him immediately. He met her and he didn't need an introduction because, of course, everyone in the village knows he is the prince. He became friends with Fidel. She was so happy. Her pride even increased. The prince will walk with her round the village, asking her out. But all that was in Fidel's mind is how to knock the prince and nothing more. She wasn't interested in his riches because all of the men admiring her gave her more than enough. The prince started pestering Fidel to get married to him and have the opportunity to become the future queen. But surprisingly, Fidel turned him down, shocking the prince. He didn't take no for an answer. He kept begging Fidel to be his wife. And one day, he went out of his way to plan a surprise for Fidel. His maids did all of the decorations. He bought her bags from the city and so many other luxurious things. And when Fidel saw it, she was so impressed. She started having a soft spot for the prince. After the maids left, and it was just Fidel and the prince, Fidel started flirting with him making advances towards the prince. She noticed that the prince wasn't moved by all that she was doing. He kept toning her down. She was so disappointed, and so she asked angrily, "My prince, what is it? Are you not attracted to me? Why is it that anytime I try to get close to you, you tone me down every time? Or is your man thing not standing?" she asked. "No, don't say that, my love. I love you so much and I can't wait to do this with you. But I can't do it right now because it is an abomination and we can be cursed if we do this before marriage." My prince, don't lie to me now. I've done it many times before marriage and I've been doing it since, and nothing has ever happened to me, so why are you lying?" Fidel said. But the prince replied her saying, "Fidel, you are not from the royal family. That is why. There are so many rules and regulations for the royals. If we do this, we might not wake up tomorrow. And that is why I'm begging you. Please, Fidel, marry me." Fidel smiled and said to him, "I will marry you, my prince." The prince was overjoyed. Fidel agreed to marry him, not because she loves him, but because she wanted to knack him. "It will be an honor to add the prince to the list of the men that I have nagged," she said. And then the wedding happened. How can the prince marry Fidel? Fidel of all people. It's like the prince doesn't have sense, or is he cursed? How can he marry her? After all that she has done with all of the village men, she has broken marriages, she has done lots of inhumane things, and then the king still married her. Now wow, the villagers said. And some danced, thanking God that Fidel is no longer single, because now they can have their husband to themselves. They didn't like the idea that she will one day be the queen, but they loved it that she won't go after their various husbands again. It's still a win, they said. The men weren't happy about a marriage, but they could not do anything. On Fidel's wedding night, she couldn't wait. She has been awkward starved and asked the prince for it immediately, and they did. Fidel was satisfied. She enjoyed the prince, and she also enjoyed being the princess. She went round the village, ordering people, most especially the women that confronted her to leave their husbands. She dressed so beautifully. She was respected wherever she went to, but Fidel wasn't still satisfied. She missed her previous life. She was allowed to flirt with as many men as she liked before, but now she couldn't even try that, as it is a taboo. The men even ran for their lives whenever they saw her, because she's now a princess. They didn't want to get in trouble with the royal family. A new life became a burden to her. It was so tiring. Before she got married, she was knacking different men, tasting different men. But now she is married and she can't do all that anymore. She can only knack her husband, the prince. But she was already bored. 6 months into the marriage, she was tired of it all. She wanted it all the time. Her husband, the prince, was always in a meeting most of the time. It didn't really have a time, and this got her angry and awkward stuff every time. She wanted his attention, but she didn't really get it. But he still tried his best to show her love and respect. Fidel got so tired, and then one day, she was walking in the palace when she saw her father-in-law, the king, dressing up. The door to his room was a bit opened. Fidel saw him and a devilish idea crossed her mind. And instead of shunning that idea immediately, Fidel enabled it. She entered his room and she started moving funny, seducing her father-in-law, the king. He was shocked, uncomfortable, and shouted, "What is the meaning of this, Fidel? Get out of my room." But Fidel didn't listen. She thought she could make him dance to her tune, but he didn't. She failed in her mission. And then at that moment, the prince entered and caught Fidel seducing his father. He was so angry. I should have known that a pig will forever be a pig, no matter how you clean it, the prince said angrily. He called the town crier immediately and told him to announce to the entire village that he is no longer married to her because she seduced the king. Fidel begged for forgiveness. "Please don't shame me. Don't embarrass me in front of my enemies. It is the devil's handwork. Please, my husband, don't shame me like this." She begged the prince, but he didn't listen. He divorced her immediately and she was sent out of the palace. Fidel became a laughing stock in the village. The men laughed and said, "I knew she won't last in that palace." The women laughed and called her promiscuous. They shamed her, throwing charcoal on her. Fidel was so embarrassed. She started living all alone again. She couldn't even go out to buy something because the market women insulted and shamed her all the time. She started staying indoor. For months, she wasn't seen by any villager during the day, but at night, she would come out to buy foodstuffs. After a year, Fidel started going out again because she couldn't hold herself anymore. She wanted to knock. The woman felt threatening again. The men started knocking her and paying her. And an unfortunate incident happened to Fidel. She found out that she's pregnant and she couldn't even tell whose pregnancy it is. She doesn't know the exact man responsible for her pregnancy. She met different men, telling them that she's pregnant, but they all denied it instantly. The ladies laughed at her as her pregnancy grew. Shakara don't handle, they sang. Fidel hated all of the villagers so much, even the men that were all over her now ignore and laugh at her. She gave birth months later, and not a single soul congratulated her. They all ignored her, and the hatred she has towards them grew. She named her child Nathan. Every time she stares at him, the need to take revenge on the villagers grew, and she came up with a plan to do so. One day, Fidel was feeding a baby, but then she noticed that he didn't want to eat. She tasted the breast milk and noticed that it is sour. "Oh, this thing tastes so bad. How I wish I can feed it to my enemies." "Oh yes, I actually can." She thought about it and decided to start selling her breast milk as tiger nuts. She knows how much the villagers love tiger nuts, and she wanted to use it as a revenge plan. She squeezed so many milk from her breast into a bowl. She poured so much water and added so many sugar, making it taste so sweet. And she started hawking and selling. The villagers laughed at her at first. "The princess is selling tiger nuts. Ha 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 ha." They laughed. "What a shame. Sha come, oh, how much is it?" Her price was ridiculously cheap, and the villagers bought it. And when they drank it, They said it tasted weird, but Fidel lied, saying it is the new way of making tiger nuts in the city. The men bought from her too because they wanted to tease her. Some bought because they wanted to talk to her and nag her again, but she ignored them and stuck to her revenge plan. The villagers started buying from her a lot. They complimented her and gave her nice reviews, saying a tiger nut tastes so nice, just like real milk. She smiled evilly because she knows it's breast milk. Sometimes the milk will get sour and she will still sell it to them like that. And when they complain, she'll apologize, saying it's because she didn't cover it fast. That's why the tiger nuts got sour. Fidel wasn't even making much from the business, but she was still satisfied seeing them drink sour breast milk. Many months later, so many villagers got infected with food poisoning and some even died. It was so alarming. Everyone was scared and then the investigation began. Some said it's a popular food vendor in the village, but there was no evidence. Fidel was so happy that no one caught her. But then one day, Fidel was selling a tiger nut to Mama Nkechi when a baby suddenly started crying. She brought his feeder out to feed him. Mama Nkechi noticed that the substance in the feeder and the tiger nut is the same. She asked her if this is breast milk in the feeder, and Fidel said yes, smiling. Mama Nkechi was suspicious and she was shocked. Fidel has been feeding them breast milk. She shouted, "You wicked woman! Everyone come and see. Fidel is the one infecting us with food poisoning." The villagers were shocked. They tasted both and it was the same taste exactly. And saying that she has been caught, Fidel wanted to run away, but they caught her. "Yes, I did it. What will you do? And I will do it again and again and again. You all treated me so bad. You shamed me. And even when I gave birth, no one came to greet me. Is that why you did this? Is that why you did this to us?" The villagers asked Fidel. "You are so wicked," they said. Fidel wasn't remorseful at all. "If I have the chance to do it, I will do it again and again. I hate you all," she screamed. The villagers angrily got her arrested and the child was given up for adoption in the neighboring village because none of the villagers wanted to adopt Fidel's child out of anger of what she did to everyone in the village. The end. So this is how Fidel made anger destroy a life, because she remained in the police cell for a very, very long time. The end. So thank you, besties, for watching. Please do not forget to like this video, share to your friends, subscribe to this channel, and please tap on the notification bell so that every time I post a new video, you get to know and then you can support your girl. What should people really think about this story? Is Fidel the one at fault or the villagers? But me, I feel like no matter what Fidel did, they should have at least congratulated her when she gave birth, because the child is not Fidel. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And the purpose of this story is to tell us, to make us know that we have to be very careful with what we take into our body. We don't know the water they are using. We don't know what they are selling. You don't even know. So we have to be very, very careful and prayerful. And another thing is that all these things we can
just try to learn how to make them in our house instead of buying from outside. Tiger nuts is something that's simple that you can make in your home. So yes, let's try and learn all those things, tiger nuts, zobo and stuffs. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. See you guys on my next story. Bye.